Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a sobering topic, the top 10 poorest countries in the world. Now, before we start, it's really important to remember that ranking countries by their GDP per capita, while a useful metric for understanding economic output, doesn't tell the whole story. It doesn't capture the richness of culture, the strength of communities, or the resilience of the human spirit that can be found in every corner of the world. That said, the countries we're going to be talking about today face some real and significant challenges, from widespread poverty and hunger to limited access to education and healthcare. Let's get started. Nestled in the heart of Africa, Burundi is a landlocked nation known for its rolling hills and vast lakes. But beneath its natural beauty, Burundi grapples with deep economic hardship, consistently ranking among the world's poorest nations. With a largely agrarian economy, Burundi relies heavily on vulnerable crops like coffee and tea, leaving it susceptible to global market fluctuations and the impacts of climate change. Years of political instability and widespread poverty have further hampered its growth, making it a stark reminder of the complex interplay of factors that contribute to global inequality. The world's youngest nation, South Sudan, has been marred by conflict since its independence in 2011. This ongoing instability has had a devastating impact on its economy, displacing millions and disrupting essential services. Imagine a country where basic necessities are scarce, where the threat of violence is constant, and where the future feels uncertain. That's the reality for millions in South Sudan. The conflict has crippled infrastructure, hindered agricultural production, and scared away foreign investment, leaving the nation in a state of humanitarian crisis. The road to recovery is long and arduous, but with sustained peace efforts and international support, there's hope for a brighter future. Malawi, often called the warm heart of Africa, is known for its friendly people and stunning Lake Malawi, the third largest lake in Africa. But Malawi also faces significant economic challenges, with a large portion of its population living below the poverty line. Think about a life where access to healthcare is limited, where educational opportunities are scarce, and where putting food on the table is a daily struggle. That's the reality for many in Malawi. Its reliance on rain-fed agriculture makes it vulnerable to droughts and climate change, exacerbating food insecurity and hindering economic growth. Chapter 4. Mozambique, recovering from cyclones and economic storms. Mozambique, a nation on the southeastern coast of Africa, boasts beautiful beaches, diverse wildlife, and a rich cultural heritage. However, it's also a country grappling with the devastating effects of natural disasters and economic struggles. Imagine a place where cyclones can wipe out years of development in a matter of hours, where access to clean water and sanitation is limited, and where economic opportunities are scarce. Despite these challenges, the people of Mozambique are resilient, rebuilding their lives and communities after each setback. But they need ongoing support to break the cycle of poverty and achieve lasting economic stability. Chapter 5. The Democratic Republic of Congo, often called the DRC, is a vast nation in Central Africa endowed with extraordinary natural resources, including diamonds, gold, and cobalt. Yet it remains one of the poorest countries in the world, a stark example of the resource curse. Imagine a land teeming with riches, yet a large portion of its population lives in extreme poverty. Decades of conflict, corruption, and mismanagement have prevented the DRC from translating its immense wealth into prosperity for its people. The exploitation of its resources has often fueled violence and instability, leaving its population trapped in a cycle of poverty and conflict. Chapter 6. Sierra Leone, a country on the West African coast, is known for its stunning beaches and resilient people. But it also carries the scars of a brutal civil war that ravaged the nation for over a decade. Imagine a country where the horrors of war are still fresh in the minds of its people, where the task of rebuilding shattered lives and communities feels insurmountable. The war devastated Sierra Leone's economy, infrastructure and social fabric, leaving it with deep wounds that are slow to heal. Yet amidst the challenges, there's a spirit of hope and resilience as Sierra Leone strives to rebuild its economy, strengthen its institutions, and create a brighter future for its people. Chapter 7. The Central African Republic, or CAR, is a landlocked nation in Central Africa known for its dense rainforests and diverse wildlife. However, it's also a country plagued by political instability and violence, which have had a devastating impact on its people and economy. Imagine living in a place where armed groups control vast swathes of territory, where displacement is commonplace and where fear is a constant companion. The lack of security has crippled economic activity, disrupted education and healthcare, and left the CAR grappling with a complex humanitarian crisis. Niger, battling desertification and poverty. Niger, a vast landlocked nation in West Africa, is characterized by its expansive deserts and a resilient population accustomed to harsh living conditions. The country faces a double burden: extreme poverty and the encroaching Sahara Desert. Imagine a land where temperatures soar, water sources are scarce, and the desert relentlessly advances, threatening livelihoods and exacerbating food insecurity. Despite these challenges, the people of Niger display remarkable resilience, adapting to their unforgiving environment and striving to build a better future. However, they need greater support to combat desertification, improve agricultural productivity, and lift themselves out of poverty. Chad, landlocked and longing for stability. Chad, a landlocked nation in north-central Africa, is home to a diverse population and vast oil reserves. However, it remains one of the poorest countries in the world, plagued by political instability and the challenges of oil dependency. Now, you might think, oil? That should make a country rich. And while it's true that Chad has significant oil reserves, the reality is that the benefits of this resource have not trickled down to the majority of its population. Years of conflict, corruption and mismanagement have prevented Chad from harnessing its oil wealth for sustainable development, leaving its people longing for stability and prosperity. Eritrea, isolation's heavy price. Eritrea, a nation in the Horn of Africa, is known for its long Red Sea coastline and its history of struggle for independence. However, it's also a country marked by isolationist policies and a highly centralized government. Now, it's important to note that Eritrea has made some strides in areas like healthcare and education. However, its economic progress has been hampered by its political situation. The lack of political freedoms and economic opportunities has led many Eritreans to flee their homeland, seeking a better life elsewhere. It's a reminder that true prosperity requires more than just economic indicators. It requires respect for human rights and the creation of a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. A call to action. Thank you for watching. It's crucial to stay informed about global economic issues and understand the challenges these countries face. These aren't just statistics, they represent real people with hopes, dreams, and the potential to achieve great things. Remember, poverty isn't inevitable. It's a complex issue with multifaceted solutions. By supporting sustainable development initiatives, promoting fair trade practices, and advocating for policies that empower marginalized communities, we can all play a role in creating a more just and equitable world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. See you next time.